So Viraj, aren't more people joining it? Okay, just try to help them out if it's possible. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Kavisha Arora this side. I am a senior in your school. I'm in grade 12th, and I'll be taking your video editing classes along with our coordinator, Viraj. So, okay, I want this session to be very interactive. So, can you all just switch on your cameras real quick? Okay, Girisha's there, Abhir, others. Okay. All right, so please switch on your cameras and please unmute and interact with me when I'm asking questions and when we are discussing new things. All right. So, when you think about video editing, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, what do you think should be there in a good video? Why do we need to make a video? So, like, anyone wants to raise their hands and answer? Okay, Harshita, go ahead. Okay, Divjot.
Ma'am, to make memories.
Yes, that's right. And what do you think should be in a video in order for it to be good?
Ma'am, the music and the thing we want to concentrate on the video.
Okay, that's really good. So, how many of you have already installed Filmora? Can you please raise your hands, those who have installed Filmora already?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, do we have to install it on our computer or on the iPad or? phone.
Well, it's preferred if you do it on your computer or your laptop because that would match the version that we are covering in these sessions. However, if you don't have that available, you can still do it on your tablet. It's there on Play Store also. But the features will be a little different. Keep that in mind.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Actually, earlier I was using a different version of Filmora. So when you send that link, I downloaded it, but I'm not able to export the video.
It's okay. You can't export the video right now. When we'll come to the part of exporting videos, we are going to cover that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Girisha. Yes.
Sound effects are like stickers.
Okay, that's correct. Abir.
Ma'am, for a video to be like good, you have to like, for example, we need good music, and we want the main focus of our video.
Okay, that's absolutely the things that we want. So, okay, others who have raised your hands, I really appreciate you guys. But however, let's move on forward, and there are going to be more chances when you can answer. All right. So basically, when we talk about video editing, the thing that really matters the most are these four elements. Actually, these four elements that are the video, the audio that you're adding. If you're adding voiceover, for example, I'm adding my voiceover to the video, or you're acting some music, because music really changes the audio that you add to your video. It really changes how the other people perceive your video. Okay, for example, if I'm watching your video, you're making a horror movie, for example, so you need to add some eerie music to it, some horror music to it. If you add fun music, would I be scared while watching it? I won't be. So that is the thing, that when you create the video, it's very important for you to choose your video effects, audio effects carefully. And then the other thing comes on the video in itself. What do you need to put in a video? You put a lot of things like images, graphics, and video itself. You put videos in your video, like, I know. So yes, basically the thing is that how interactive your video, how interactive your edited video is, depends upon how many number of video effects, graphics, and images you have added to it. The more there are the effects and these graphics there, the more interactive it will be. Because imagine if you're making a 5 minute long video, the average attention span of humans have decreased very much right now because of all the social media and everything. I believe many of you also watch YouTube shorts and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so basically what it has done, it decreased our attention span to a very a few seconds. So how do you keep someone hooked to your video? How do you make sure that people who are watching your video, they are enjoying it, they're not stopping it in between, they're going till the end? You ensure that by putting interactive elements, so that there's something that their eye is catching every single while. Okay, I see a lot of you have switched off your cameras. Guys, please switch them on. Like, it would be really nice. Girisha, Harshita, Arush, please switch on your cameras. Others too who are not, who haven't unmuted yet or who haven't switched on their cameras yet. Harshita, do you want to say something?
No, mom.
Okay, please switch on your cameras. And a third call, I get it that your camera is not working right now, but please try that you are able to switch on your camera tomorrow. All right, so let's move on. So, do any of you know some good editing softwares that exist? Like, there are some on the screen. Have you used any of these, or do you know some other that aren't mentioned in this list? Okay, Hardik, tell me.
Kind Master.
Okay, that's a good one.
In short,
Patrick, Patrick,
Uh,
right?
yup.
Ma'am,
Final Cut Pro by Apple. It's also a good one to use.
Okay, yeah, it works really good with Apple. That I would agree. Abhi,
Mom, in short,
in short, okay, that is a very
Apple
to
iMovie.
go
Cap
to.
CapCut.
Okay, that's great. So you guys have used these softwares actually, or you just know the names and you just know that they do exist.
Yeah, I use Final Cut Pro.
Ma'am,
Okay, that's
I have used Sky Master.
I have used Filmora.
okay.
I've used Filmora.
Okay, that's really good if you've used Filmora, because in this session we are going to cover Filmora. So you're really going to enjoy this, because this time, you know what, we are going to do something really different that has never been covered in these video editing classes before. We are going to learn how you can make your own custom animations in Filmora with keyframing. I know there would be a lot of words right now. Some of you are in grade 7, so it might be difficult for you to understand right now. But we'll go step by step, and finally, you would be able to create your videos with a lot of, like, why do we do keyframing? Keyframing is basically creating your own custom animations. There are obviously transitions that exist. For example, the swipe transition, the 360 transitions, and stuff like that. But what about when you want to do your own animations? So that is what keyframing is used for. So we are going to cover that in the second last session and in the last session. So just make sure that you all stick around. Okay. And this time what we are going to do is that we are going to actually go through everything. So initially I'm going to start with the basics of Filmora, but gradually we are going to go to the final thing, that is the creating your custom effects, creating your custom animations with keyframing. Okay. Does anyone have any doubts regarding this or anything? Okay, you can just unmute and speak if you have any.
Oh, I don't have a doubt.
Okay, it's okay. All right, so wait a second. Do any of you know what are pixels? Yes, Kirisha.
They're like small pieces of something.
I would agree, that is right. Athar?
Pixels are small colored blocks that make up an image.
Okay, that's also correct. Anyone else has any different explanation for what's a pixel?
I have.
Yes, Suyesh?
Pixels are grids of different colors which help us to, and the more smaller there are pixels, then we can see the colors more vibrantly.
Okay, I would agree. That's right. So, and does anyone know what's the HD resolution of a video? Yes, Divjot?
Ma'am, the quality of the video.
Yes, but I'm asking that what is exactly the number? What is the pixel by pixel ratio that
Ma'am,
we?
like 180p.
Okay. Anyone else?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
Ma'am, I think it's 180p to 500 something for a
Okay.
Ma'am,
TV.
ma'am, 1900 p to 180.
Okay, that's correct. That is the actual HD resolution. What you all are telling, there are different resolutions of videos that are available. But when we are talking about HD resolution, then it's only this specific pixels that we are talking about. This specific ratio, that is 1920 into 1080. So when you're making a video and you're making it to be watched in landscape mode, you all do understand what's landscape mode, right? Okay. So when you're watching a video when you are making a video so that it could be watched in landscape mode, you should always prefer to make it in this resolution only, that is 1920 by 1080. And this is due to the reason because most of, if you would see that why I'm telling you all this, because when you open your video editing softwares, many of them, it gives you an option to choose what resolution do you want. So HD resolution is a good resolution to go for because it doesn't make the video too bulky. Because if you go to bigger ones like 4K, then it will make your video more bulky. It will increase the megabytes of the video. It might even enter into GBs, and that would be difficult to transfer here and there and send to other people's. However, in HD resolution, you can make sure that it's not too bulky. At the same time, it gives you the best of the best qualities too. Okay, so let's move on forward. So, like you people mentioned, that pixel is one of the small squares or dots that make up an image on a computer screen. Okay, so for example, can you view you're able to look at this image. So if you would see, then there are these small squares that are colored differently. Every single square has its own unique color, and these squares, when they're joined together, they make an image. If you zoom into an image, now, for example, you take any image tomorrow, maybe like go and open your phone after this class and take some image and zoom into it as much as possible. If the picture is a little blur, you would be able to see the pixels in a picture. And then you will observe that each and every pixel, each and every small dot or small square is actually colored in a different color. And these small things, they together make up a bigger picture. So that is why it's really important that you look at the pixels of a photo. Like, why are we learning about pixels in a video editing class? Can anyone tell me that? Why do we need to know about pixels? Anyone? Okay, big guesses. Patrick, yes.
Because pixels add up to a video to make it more interactive, or we play with the pixels to edit the video.
Not exactly. Okay, Athar.
Because pixels are the main blocks which make up the video.
Somewhat you can say that they are the building blocks of a video, but it's in a figurative way. In actual sense, why we need to consider pixels is because when we pick up an image, for example, I want to put an image, I go to the web and I download some image, some good image that I want to add in my video. I need to make sure that that image has the highest possible pixels. Why so? But why do you think that the picture should have high pixels? What would change that about the video? Yes, Divya Jyot?
Ma'am, the quality of the video.
Okay, exactly. That actually changes the quality of the video. Fine. So, like for example, if I take a video, if I take an image with a very less number of pixels, for example, 100 by 100. So, you know, this ratio that is written here, na, this numbers, this is also in pixels. This is 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. So when something is, when your video screen, the whole place where the video is going to be displayed, the size of your video is so big as 1080 pixels, then do you think that if you take a image of 100 by 100 pixels, would that be good in the video? What do you think? Would it be good or would it not be good? Anyone can answer. Come on, like it doesn't matter if you're wrong. Yes, Girisha.
Moderate.
It will.
I think it won't be good because like the pixel quantity is very large and it would be very small.
Yes, exactly. It's not even a little effect that it's
It
gonna
will be
have.
blur.
Exactly. It will make the video so blur because it will have less number of pixels. Now think about it. When an image has less number of squares and when you expand those less number of squares into a bigger space, okay? For example, because our screen is this big, okay, you all can see the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your screen is this big, and you're going to add a picture which is, for example, just really small. So what do you think would happen after that? The thing is that when you expand the small picture now, for example, let's take this small circle. as our picture, and let's take this whole screen as our video. So when you expand this small circle into the whole picture, into a full size picture for this video, you will observe that you will start to see that the picture starts to blur. Why is it so? It's so because it's made of small pixels, very less number of pixels. So when they get expanded, you tend to see the actual color of each and every pixel. What exactly was a picture? A picture was a collection of pixels, but when you expand it, those pixels come out as individuals, and when they come out as individual boxes and dots, that is how your picture gets blurred. So are you all able to understand that? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're able to understand that. Everyone who's able to understand. Those who are not giving a thumbs up, I'm going to assume that you're not able to understand that then. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs ups. But anyone there who has any doubts, raise your hands real quick. Hardik, do you have any doubt? You have raised your hand. Yes, Hardik. Sorry, Harshad.
Ma'am, I just came on the meeting, so can you please just tell what are we doing?
Okay, I will tell you that quickly. Harshit, yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, if it is the pixel, it is by 9,200. Ma'am, it is by 1,800 and 100 pixels. So, ma'am, can we do editing in that picture and increase the number of pixels?
Well, earlier, if you would ask me this question, for example, 5 years ago, I would say that you can't. But right now, there are things like AI image upscaler. If you want, I can even show that in the session itself. So, using that, you can even expand or increase the quality of the picture that you have. So, what it does basically is that it detects that the different pixels that are there, and it increases the number of pixels in the video, in the image, so that it would become a more clearer image. Okay, you can even go ahead and search online for AI image upscalers, and it's very easy. You just upload a photo and it would work. Okay, I'll show it to you once. All right, so Harshad, I'll just quickly tell you what we have covered till now. So basically, we just discovered about different elements that make up your video. That is a good audio, a good video, after effect, some good effects that you can add, and along with that, some good pictures that you add in the video. And we discussed that how we can make a video more interactive by adding more of these effects and videos and images in a video, so that it's more interactive and people get hooked while watching. And another thing that we discussed was this HD resolution of a video that we should always prefer using because it's not too bulky and at the same time it gives great quality. That is 1920 into 100 1080. Okay. And after that, we basically discussed what a pixel is. So a pixel is basically like when a bigger image that is made, all the big images, they are made up of smaller dots or squares, and these dots and squares are colored individually in different colors. And when all these small colored squares come together, they make up a bigger image. Okay. So here's the example why you all need a good pixel images. So this was an image with about 100 and 160 pixels, 100 by 160 pixels. So you see how blurred this is right now. Okay, when I zoom in, you can basically see the small squares and rectangles. You all are able to see that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is what happens when you use a bad quality picture. What is a bad quality picture? A bad quality picture is the one with less number of pixels. So when you look at this, you can see how blurred it is. You can see the individual squares. However, it's different with this picture. When you zoom into this one, you can see the wave clearly. You can see the entire picture clearly. How is that? Because this picture is made up with bigger number of pixels. It has more number of pixels. This must be around like 2000 by 1000 pixels or something like that. So that is why, because it has so many pixels in it, even when I zoom it in, it doesn't get blurred. Even in a full screen mode, you see that it's not getting blurred. So the picture was same. For example, I was making a video about surfing and I searched the internet for people surfing on a big wave. So there are these two images in the option. It is really important that I choose the image with higher number of pixels, because this thing is going to change how my entire video would look. A blurred picture in the video wouldn't look good, you see, because like it's going to be so pixelated and so blurred that your entire video quality would go haywire. All right, so you are all able to understand that. Okay, so when you go online, how do you really check how many pixels it is? Do you know how do you check that? Anyone? Come on, it's displayed in front of you. I'm pretty sure you must have seen it. Okay, think about it, everyone. Hardik, yes.
Mom, and sometimes Microsoft Edge, we can see there are the pixels given.
Okay, I'll show you all an example. So I'll
Can I tell?
end my screen. Yes, Suyash.
Whenever our cursor is on that image, uh, then in the bottom right corner, the pixels are written on Google.
Exactly. That's what I was about to show you all. So if you would look at this image in the corner, you can see that it's 3000 by 2000 pixels. So do you think it would be good to add in our video or it would be bad? Give me a thumbs up if you think it's going to be good. Give me a thumbs down if you think it's going to be bad. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs ups. Anyone thinks that it's going to be bad, they can
Not
just
going to be bad.
challenge me right now. Yes, Arav, why do you think that?
Ma'am, after like we are making a non-professional right now, so if we add a such pixelated video, photo, so we are gonna be like the video is gonna be laggy and bulky when we add effects and transitions.
Okay, so hear me out, Girisha. I'm going to come back to you just 1 second. Okay, so hear me out, Arav. The thing is that when you're creating a video of either you create a smaller video, okay, you don't take the HD resolution, you take the normal resolution of a video, you take a lower resolution, then it would still be fine if you take a smaller resolution picture. But however, when you're taking the HD resolution and you don't add pictures as big as this much, at least 2000 pixels, then you know what's going to happen is that when you're going to add effects to it, then your pictures will get blurred while adding effects. Because sometimes effects are like zooming into a picture or zooming out from a picture. So then you wouldn't be able to add those zooming in, zooming out effects, because the moment your picture gets zoomed in a bit, it will get blurred. And trust me, video getting bulky is not as bad as video which is blurred. Okay, think about it. We make videos so that it looks good. The people who are watching it, they think that it's good, they're able to understand what you're saying. But the moment you add blurred images and all that, people would not be able to appreciate that, because they wouldn't like those videos. They wouldn't care how bulky the video is, they would care more about how the video looks. So of course it is one thing that we should consider how bulky our video is becoming. For that, we can choose the HD resolution rather than choosing the 4K resolution. But while making the video, we should make sure that we use videos and images of higher pixels than what the actual video resolution is. For example, if I'm making an HD video of 1080 pixels, then I should choose something more than 1080, not less. Okay, just keep that in mind. Keep this logic in mind, that always go for more, not for less. If you really want to make a good video, you should add more effects, more pictures with more pixels, more videos. Remember that in video editing, more is never enough. You need to add more, because it really makes it really good. Okay, ma'am, can you change the amount of pixels? I'm going to show that to you, Harshit. Just wait a second. All right, so let's find some less resolution picture. So this is 900 by 60. This is a very less resolution picture. You see, if I'm zooming it, it's getting a little blurred. So let me save that image. Okay, you all know how to save an image, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me save it over here. All right. And now when I go to the web and I search for AI image upscaler. Okay, just remember what this is called, AI image upscaler. And if you think you're going to forget, then just note it down somewhere. Okay, so that it helps you out. So when you open this AI image upscaler, let's take the first one only. Okay, there's no problem in choosing any of those. So if you go ahead and choose this one, so let me go to this folder, choose this video. So this was how many pixels? 900 by 600 pixels. I have selected my video, and if I choose that I want to increase the resolution by 400%. Okay, you can choose 200 also, but you can choose 400 also. And then I click on upload and start. It will start uploading, it will process the picture, and then it is going to give me a picture with higher number of pixels. So this wasn't really possible if you would have done this video editing thing and these picture increasing the pixels like 5 years ago, because at that time the AI upgrade wasn't so much, and there didn't exist such websites which could help you upscale the image. For such things you had to use Photoshop and do complex tasks. Now you just need to upload it here. Now I'm going to download it back. Okay, so it's downloaded. We are going to download it in the same folder. Okay, are you able to view my entire screen right now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to show you all the change. Just wait a second. I'm going to stop presenting and present again. Okay, so we downloaded the picture here, and then we go to our downloads over here, and we click on show in folder. All right. Now you see that this video has higher number of KBs. Why do you think so? This one has higher number of KBs. This is the one that we saved
Ma'am, more
after.
Because
pixels.
it has
More
more
pixels.
pixels.
Yes, more
Because we have
pixels.
upgraded the
Exactly.
pixel.
As the pixel increases, the size of the image also increases. Because think about it, when there are more pixels, there's more data that needs to be stored. There's more data that is there in the picture itself. More data means bigger the size. However, if you view over there, the dimensions here, look at this, 3600 by 2400. And what was our original one? 900 by 600. There is a 4 time change almost. Okay, so that is the actual power of increasing the pixels with AI and image editing. All right, so for example, this is the before picture that we took at first. And if I zoom into this, you all can see this all getting blurred and everything. But now just look at the difference when we zoom into this other picture with more number of pixels. It's not getting blurred. That is the thing. You can see that it's covering the entire screen at once with this video. However, if you look at this, its original size only supports this much of the screen being covered. If you zoom in, that is your choice. But that would make your video more pixelated and more blurred. Remember that. All right. So let's move on. You all are clear about the AI image upscaler, right? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you all are clear about it. Everyone.
You showed that it increases the pixels. So if we take that image which was having 3600 by 2400 pixels and then we again put it into AI image upscaler, then will it increase the pixels?
Okay. So listen to me about this. That because right now our pictures is already with such high pixels, so it would be probably that it would not increase the pixels, and that is because these image upscalers, they also have limited database and they have limited features available for free. There might be some other image upscaler that would take some paid plan and would be able to do that, but however, I don't think so this one would be able to. However, Suyesh, you should really go ahead and try this out with an image as big as 4000 by 3000 pixels and put it again in 400% multiplied. So let's see what you're going to get. And I think that if you're going to get some good result, you must show it to all of us tomorrow. All right?
Okay.
I'm glad you had the curiosity to ask that. Hardik, yes.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that can you make a video with 16K resolution on Canva?
16K resolution on Canva. Okay, first thing, why do you want to make videos on Canva?
Ma'am, it has good graphics.
I would agree that it has excellent graphics. But trust me about this, when it comes to video editing, it has very limited options. Like you can't do no custom animations. There are very less number of animation options. And basically, I would say all in all that Canva is not the best place where you should make the video when you want to make a professional video. However, if you are just making it for fun, then I believe that Canva is really the software that you should go with. Okay, and 16K, as far as that's concerned, Canva works online, remember that. So when a software or some website that is working online, you're using that, then remember that you cannot actually edit such bulky and bigger videos. Trust me, your Chrome will start to hang a little when you do this. Okay. And however, if you would do it on a dedicated software like Filmora or DaVinci or CapCut even, then it wouldn't get hanged as much until your PC supports it. That is because it won't get hanged because those are the dedicated softwares for it, and it's not being hosted online as a website. So Canva is a website, so it's really sometimes it is difficult to make longer videos. If you would see, you can't make a 30-minute video on Canva without your Chrome being hanged. And if your Chrome is being hanged, then it would be really difficult for you to make the entire video. That is the reason we don't prefer Canva. Okay, but for short 1-2 minute videos, you can use Canva. It's also a good option. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Actually,
Girishma, yes.
I was not able to install the Filmora you sent. So can I use any other version?
Okay, yes, sure. You can use some
I
other
think
version also. But Suyesh, I would say that you use the latest version right now. Okay, because like we all are going to use the latest version, and it would really help you out with the latest version.
but uh, uh, but I'm not able to redeem the credits and the free exporting.
Okay. You know what? I'll just look up to it once, and I am going to post a message in the group explaining you all, because if you're facing that issue, I believe others might also be facing the same. Okay. Girisha, yes.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask that, just one second.
Sure, it's okay. Take your time. Everyone, please switch on your cameras. Only Hardik is the one who has switched on his camera right now. Okay, sure. Harshit, do you have
Yes,
any
ma'am.
doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Naksh,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to ask that is there any difference between an AI image upscaler and an AI image enhancer?
Not really. They would basically do the same thing. However, in an AI image enhancer, it might be some different thing that you're referring to. Image upscalers only do this thing of increasing the pixels. However, image enhancers, they are different type of enhancers. Some increase the pixels. There are different options when you're enhancing the picture. Some increase the picture. Some maybe adds filters to it. Some maybe removes the background or stuff like that. So image enhancer is a common term in which video upscaling is one of the things that we do.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Girisha.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to ask, can we change the background in Filmora?
Yes, we can, and I am going to show you that. So, yes.
I actually I tried it, but it is coming that please upgrade to 8 pictures at a time.
Okay, I'm going to check it once, all right, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so you all are going to get a 2 minute break right now, okay, so that you can get a rest from your screens and all that. So just make sure that you come back, and for these 2 minutes, just look away from the screens, look outside, go talk to someone maybe, but make sure that you're back here in exactly 2 minutes. All right, okay, you can switch off your cameras for 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
All right, everyone, let's switch on our cameras back. Okay, everyone, please switch on your cameras. Okay, Hardik never switched it off. He just went away. I see Divyam, I see Manish, I see Abir, Hardik. What about others? Divyam, you switched it off again?
I tried to export the video. Now it was exporting, but still I was not able to redeem the rewards.
Suyash, wait. I'm going to get back to you about this. And you don't need to redeem any awards. Okay, when you're exporting a video, you just need your video. There are no awards that's okay, that's like a side thing that's happening in Filmora, that okay, they give awards to someone who's exporting the video, or they do this or that while you export the video and all this. But what are you going to do with the awards really? Okay, rather you should focus on the thing that really matters, that is creating a good video. Okay, and we are going to come to the part of doing all that. However, I'm not covering the Filmora part today because there are many kids who have yet not installed Filmora software. So I want to give them all one more day so that we all can be on the same page. Harshad, do you have a doubt?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to ask that can we use CapCut instead of Filmora because it's not downloading in my phone.
Okay, on your phone, if you would go to the Play Store, you could see that there is Filmora also available on Play Store. So you can install that. Okay, and Harshad, please try if there's any laptop or any PC available. If you could if you could use that for Filmora, because that would really help you learn the actual video editing skills. Because Filmora on mobile is not really something that would be able to create bigger videos or would be able to create good effects. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
Manish, yes.
Mom, do we have to download Filmora on our laptops or phones?
Laptops. Just everyone do remember this, that you have to download Filmora on your laptops, not on your phones. Girisha, yes.
No, mom, it got raised by mistake.
Okay, it's fine. All right. So yes, I just get
I
ready
want to
about
ask
the.
that will we use the free version of Filmora in the session?
Yes, we are going to use the free version. You don't need to buy anything. Okay.
No, there are many other ways to get the paid version for free.
You know what? That's like hacking into Filmora. That's cracking into Filmora. And I would really not suggest that because it happens through websites like Get Into Your PC and all of that. And, in this session, I really cannot recommend you doing that because Get Into Your PC sometimes also brings virus into your PC, not just the software, and that could actually cause your entire system to go corrupt. And otherwise also cracking the paid version of a free a software, that is also illegal technically. So it should not be done unless and until there's something like really important or so. So
But
I
I've
really wouldn't recommend.
installed that only.
Okay.
So should I uninstall it?
Okay, you installed it from Get Into Your PC.
What?
You installed it from Get Into Your PC.
No, I installed from Hacks Mode.
I really wouldn't prefer you using that. I believe that is why you're having these problems also, that you're talking about the exporting problems.
No, actually, you sent that Filmora version, so I downloaded that. But I didn't see the templates I was using were paid, so I was not able to export them.
Okay, Suyash, I wouldn't really suggest that using a cracked version. All right. Divyajo,
Ma'am, do we have to download the software or the app?
we have to download the software on our laptops. Okay, using the link that I have sent over there. Fine. Okay. Anyone else? Girisha, you have a doubt?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I tried it on my phone. It was showing that it's paid.
Okay, on your phone, of course, I'm talking. Look, Filmora has two versions. One is the paid version, and one is the free version. The reason why we are doing Filmora right now, even though it has a paid version also available, is that because Filmora is your go to software. It is not too complex like Premiere Pro or DaVinci. It's not too complex. At the same time, it actually gets the real work done. That other softwares like CapCut, Canva, in short, they don't have the same things that Filmora can do. Okay, so that's the reason that we are learning Filmora, so that we learn the professional video editing. A lot of professionals, a lot of YouTubers, they do actually use Filmora. Premiere Pro, Filmora, and DaVinci, they are their go-to softwares that they use for video editing. So the reason why we don't prefer using DaVinci and Premiere Pro, first thing, they make very bulky videos. Second thing, in Filmora, if you would see, there are many inbuilt effects and inbuilt transitions available to you. In Premiere Pro, these effects are not there as much, and there is a complexer UI for all of you. So it's better if you want in Filmora, you get the professional video editing. At the same time, you also get the good UI that you all can understand very well. Okay, Divyajot, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so let's move on forward. Are we good? Everyone got everything till now? We're good so far?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on. Okay, I'll just present my screen again. So now the next thing that we have is a good crop and a bad crop. Okay, so can anyone tell me what exactly is a good crop without looking at whatever the screen is? Give me your own explanation. What do you think is a good crop?
Mom, can I tell?
Yes, sure.
Mama, good cop basically means that we are focusing on the thing we have to tell. Like in this picture, both the pictures, a person is collecting honey from the honeycomb. So after we crop the image, we can clearly see what the person is doing actually. And from the second image, we can see that the person is very far away from us, and we're not able to see clearly what this person doing.
Okay,
So
I
that.
would definitely agree with that. That's actually correct. So the thing is that every picture that you add, every video that you add in your video, everything has a aim. Okay, it's not like that you're just adding random pictures because you don't know what to do. It's basically that whenever you think about making a video, maybe I want to make a video about people collecting honeycomb, so I would need to make sure that what my target is. So target needs to be set while you're making a video or you're cropping an image. So over here, my aim is a person collecting honeycomb, like it's written over here. So for a person who's collecting honeycomb, if I take this picture, this was the original picture that we had. Okay, if we take this entire picture, you see there's a lot of background that's available, and this background is kind of creating a distraction. It's not letting the audience focus on what really matters. However, if you look at this picture towards the right, it actually focuses on the aim of the on the aim of the video. Okay, if the video is about people collecting honeycomb, this actually focuses on people who is collecting honeycomb. However, in this picture, if you would see, it's a lot of background, a lot of distraction that is present rather than the actual thing. So remember that when you are cropping a video, you should crop it so that things that really matter, okay, things that really matter, things that are needed, things that explain your topic, they should be in clear focus, and things that are a distraction to the video, they should be cropped. All right. Okay, so moving on to a bad crop. So what exactly is the bad crop? Anyone? Okay, Hardik.
Ma'am, shall I?
Man, the bad crop is that we remove the thing, we crop the thing that we want the audience to see, and it is only half visible or not visible fully.
Exactly. Patrick, do you have something different? Okay, he lowered his hand. So yes, do you have something different to say?
No, by mistakenly I raised.
Okay. Guys, please make sure that you all like raise your hands. I really appreciate all this. And you know what? If you actively participate in these video editing sessions and all that, there might be, because there are always competitions and stuff coming in. So when you go ahead for competitions and all that, you would be able to perform way well, because you would be aware of all of these things. You wouldn't have to learn it again and again. So just make sure that you actively participate, you switch on your cameras, you're there sitting sitting and focusing carefully. Okay, please switch on your cameras, everyone. Naksh, Suyash, Arav. Okay, all right. So let's move on. So basically, a bad crop is something that removes the things that we need to focus on. For example, if the aim of the video is a girl surfing on a very big wave, okay, and then I crop this video like this picture like this, then what do you think is going to happen? The wave's gone. No one can see the big wave. Now they can only see a girl surfing. So my aim, that was the aim of this picture, it got cropped away. Okay, people are not able to get the idea. If I only show you this picture, would you all be able to understand that I'm talking about a big wave? Would you be able to?
No, mom.
Exactly, you won't be able to. However, when you crop it careful, when you keep the entire picture like this, okay, you would actually be able to understand the main focus area of the picture. Okay, so sometimes pictures don't need to be cropped. So do be aware about that. It's not that every time you see a picture you crop it because you know how to do it. Rather, you crop a picture only when it's needed to be cropped. Okay, anyone has any doubts over here? Karthik, do you have any doubt? No? Okay. All right, let's move forward. Okay, do you know what are stock images?
Yes,
Anyone?
mom.
What are stock images website? What are stock images? Okay, Naksh, you haven't answered yet.
Yes, mom. Mom, I have used FreePic. It's a really good website, and stock images are like that. That I can tell about FreePic because I've used it. I search about one topic, and there's a lot of images about it.
Exactly, that's something that's present on stock images websites. Athar,
Yes, Didi, I have also used a free pick, and they are like some online softwares which have very much of the images which help me in my videos or any other things. And they have stocks of images from which we can use them and download it for free also, and we can also buy something.
okay. And anyone else has a different explanation from this?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes, Karthik.
Ma'am, they are pre-made images that are made by some good artists and are uploaded in in the web for to help us.
I think that is definitely the right thing because
Can I
basically,
try?
yes, Suyesh.
Sometimes there are some images which are made by certain websites or certain companies and they upload it on Google for people, but they have watermarks and you have to buy their license to get the images without watermarks. Otherwise, if you download them simply, they will have the watermarks of that company.
All right. So basically, what free stock images are, they free stock images websites. There are websites that offer you professionally clicked pictures. So like Suyesh, Hadik, Athar, and Naksh, they all answered it very correctly. So basically, these are websites. For example, like if I want to add pictures to my videos, I'm not going to go out and go and click my own pictures. If I need to add a picture of a honeycomb, I won't go finding a honeycomb to find a picture. I mean, like that would be a great time waste. So rather, what we do is that we go online and we go to these websites. For example, Unsplash, Pixabay, Pixels, and FreePic. So what these websites have is that they have a lot of free photos and videos available to you. So you can use these free photos and videos in your own in your own video, whatever you're making with, and they don't have any watermark. These four websites I'm talking about. There are others, they have paid plans also. If you want to take their photo, you have to pay them. There are in which you have to actually like buy some membership or something like that. But these four websites, they offer it for free. They offer you pictures, in fact, professionally clicked pictures. And that is why they're called stock images, because they are professionally clicked, and the whole collection of pictures, they are all present on one website. Okay. Yes, Atha, do you want to say something?
Yes, Didi, there are also some pictures in these softwares which we need to buy and are not free.
Okay. Well, in Pixabay and Pixels, they are totally free. However, in Unsplash and FreePic, there are certain pictures which are not free. But there are majority of them which are available for free, and you could actually go ahead with them. Like, trust me, in all of these years while creating videos and all of that, I have never paid a single website for a single video or a single image. I've always used the free resources, and they are so good and so abundant that you could actually use it in your videos and it looks so professional. Harshad, yes.
Mom, just can't we instead type the image we want on the Google search and it will show the same images?
Okay. So, like over here, if you would see that I have typed it over here. Okay. Now, the problem is that some images on Google, they're not as high quality. Number two, some are as JPEG, some are as GIF, or some are there as PNG. There are different formats available in one place. So you can't check the format side by side while downloaded. You can only download it and then check the format. Okay.
Can we change the format?
You actually can. There are online softwares where you can just search for PNG to JPEG or JPG to PNG, and you can change the format.
No, there is one format known as HTML. So can we change that into some other format?
Yes, you can just go ahead, search online that change this to this online, and it's going to show you different websites that are able to do that. Okay. So if you just go ahead and search, for example, I searched and I really think that this picture would be good, but they are not of good pixels. So I have to go and do multiple tries in order to find something of good pixels. However, now if I search Unsplash and I just go to their website unsplash.com, okay, over here when you look, you see they are all high quality pictures. There's no picture, no single picture which would be like 600 into 500 pixels. They're all higher than that. For example, if you look at this picture and you look at this thing, the minimum size is actually 1137 into 640, and the maximum goes up to 4264 into 2400, and there's even a bigger size than that available, 6212 to 3496. So basically what we learn from this is that there are these websites, they actually provide very high quality professionally clicked pictures. Okay. And these pictures are the ones that actually bring good impact. For example, you look at this picture and then you go to Google and find some other picture. There might be that those pictures aren't as good. Maybe they're not as professionally clicked, or maybe they are paid, or maybe they're not of good enough pixels. So, here in these websites, you have the surety of getting good pictures. Like, look at this. You wouldn't really go ahead and get it somewhere else. However, if you see that there are certain pictures which are actually paid. For example, in Unsplash, the ones with this small plus sign, if you go to over there and if you click on download, it shows that it's a premium picture. So I can't take this picture. However, I can find other pictures which are not premium, and I can use those in my website. For example, this one was not premium, so I can use this in my video. And there are other pictures also that exist and they are not even premium. Okay, same way you can also go to FreePic, you can also go to other websites. And I would really suggest that as a homework activity, you should really go ahead to these websites, and you should go and see how you download these images. You should go and check how you can download and how you can find different images on these websites. And some of them also offer good videos, stock videos also. So you should really go ahead and explore those. Like, we can only cover a certain amount of things in the class, but what you explore on your own would really be the thing that would make you stand out. Like, there are more than 67 people who have registered for this class. However, those who are attending, actually, they would actually know something way more than those who have just registered. And those who are actually doing their work side by side, exploring, they would even stand out among these among these people also who are over here in this meeting. So make sure, stay curious and keep searching for things. Okay. So the base. So do any one of you have any doubts over here? Patrick, yes.
Didi, I actually wanted to know that cannot we use AI tools like ChatGPT to generate photos? They can also give a high-end photos.
You definitely can. There's never a no to using AI in this age, at least, because everything we see around, most of the stuff is made with AI. So it's
Yeah.
totally chill to use AI generated pictures. However, if you would look into ChatGPT, it allows you only certain amount of pictures that you can generate in one day. So if you need to make an entire video in one day, how are you going to manage with just like a few pictures?
No, there are different tools also that like those are catered to only photos production, which gives
I
a
know
higher.
that. I know, I'm aware of that. I was talking about ChatGPT. You definitely can generate it online. Okay, but the only limitation is that sometimes they are paid if you get want to get more amount of pictures, because there aren't databases as big so that they can actually process everyone's request at once for creating pictures. And along with that, when you generate a picture with ChatGPT or any other AI generator, it takes a few minutes. Okay, it takes some time, and then it gives you some picture that they think is close to what you have asked for. However, at times, there are times when the pictures aren't really what you wanted, so you have to give them prompt again and again. So that is a shortcut. However, you can always use that. Even I use it a lot of times when I'm not able to find something on these websites. I want something else. I go to ChatGPT and I ask that to make it for me. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyone has any other doubts? Okay, no. So, how many of you have installed Filmora? Can you all raise your hands, those who have installed Filmora? Okay, I see most of you have installed Filmora. What about others? Were you facing some problem, or you didn't get the
Uh,
time?
Actually, I have installed some other versions. So is it fine?
I would prefer if you would install the latest version. That would really help you out. Okay. However, if you're not able to install the latest version, the older one is also totally fine. Okay. Divya Jyoti, you have also done that. Okay. Girisha, you have installed Filmora?
Mom, I have installed it, but it's showing it's paid.
It's showing it's
Paid.
a part of its paid. Okay. And otherwise, if you all are facing this issue, I'll just check it once,
So,
because
can't we export the video without a watermark?
for that you need to pay Filmora.
Actually, there's a method to remove Filmora.
Or
Maybe
else, Didi,
can.
we can use the chat GPT also to remove the watermark.
Technically, ChatGPT only first thing, ChatGPT never removes watermarks from videos, because ChatGPT has been instructed not to do so, because removing watermark is technically a violation to someone's copyright. Okay, so it's not suggested that you remove the watermark unless and until you have bought the software. And you ask that why the watermark's there, because it's a professional software. Understand that when you're using something professional, most of the professional things are paid. expensive at times, and that is why this watermark exists. For example, even in InShot, those of you who have used InShot, you must know that there is a professional version of that also. There is a paid version of InShot also. So there is a paid version of every single software, and that is there because they are able to provide you bigger tools. Okay. However, I'm going to show you how you can even download it without the watermark. Don't worry about that. Right now, the main concern is actually downloading Filmora on your PC, because from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with the editing. And that time, if you don't have your software, if you don't have Filmora, then you wouldn't able to be perform as good as possible. Okay. So others who have yet not downloaded it, if you have any doubts, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Viraj on our personal phone numbers also. Or if you have any doubts, you can stay in the meet and I can help you out. Others who don't have any doubts, they can leave for now. Okay, today we are going to have a limited session only, because today was mostly theory along with downloading Filmora. If you have downloaded, you can leave. All right, and tomorrow we are going to start with the actual editing. So make sure you're on time and you're not getting late. Okay, we are going to learn all of those, remove the background from the video, green screen effects, pan and zoom effects tomorrow. So be sure that you're on time. All right. Okay, so those of you who don't have any problem may leave. Thank you. And any one of you has a problem, they can stay. Okay, right now actually a lot of people have raised their hands. Do you all have doubts, or have you all installed Filmora? That's why you have raised your hand.
I want to
I
ask
saw it more.
Okay, go one by one. So yes.
can you check the version if it is fine?
Okay, just send me the name of your version, I'll tell you if it's fine or not.
It's Filmora 13.
Okay, it's fine, I believe. Okay, Naksh.
No, mom, I don't have any doubt. Thank you.
Okay, so you may leave. Anyone else who has a doubt? Hardik, yes.
Ma'am, I have downloaded a crack version of Filmora, but it shows the watermark.
That is why you should not really download the crack versions, because they are not something that you can trust. Okay, crack version doesn't definitely mean that it will remove the watermark. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they even bring virus along with them. So don't do that. Okay, I'm going to show you a little trick, the way you can record it without a watermark. Okay, and otherwise, trust me, even if you have the watermark, in competitions, if you send it with a watermark, then also no points are deducted, or you're not even disqualified, because in competitions it's totally understandable if someone is sending without a watermark, with a watermark, because you are kids, you're not expected to pay for some software. You are only expected to create professional level videos. So if you're creating something very professional level, very good looking, then it wouldn't be that your entry gets rejected because of a watermark. You might actually win. You win on the basis of a good video, not on the basis of having a watermark or not. Okay?
Ma'am, but when we export the video, it is shown that you can remove the watermark logo.
You can't, or you can.
Ma'am, you can. In Filmora, it's shown.
You can do that, but it takes some, okay, it takes some membership and all that. Sometimes you also get free credits. So if you have free credits, then you might be able to do so. Okay. Anyone else? Any doubts? Kirisha, Divyajot, Harshad, Riddhi,
Yes, ma'am.
Naman?
Like, ma'am, should we download some other version of Filmora because like it's paid, or should we just buy it?
No, just download it. You don't need to buy anything right now, because, like I mentioned, that you don't need the paid version right now. You just need to learn good video editing skills. Okay, once you have the skill, you don't need the paid version for that. If you have the skills and you're able to create a very professional, very good looking video, then it doesn't matter if the watermark exists or not. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Mom,
So if
so
you
what
don't
should
have
we
doubts,
do?
please. Yes.
Mom, so what should I do in this?
Right now, just download Filmora. We are going to start tomorrow what we should do with Filmora and how we should do it. Okay.
Mom, I've downloaded it, but it's showing its speed, so should I download some other version?
So what is it showing?
It's showing that it's paid, so should I download some other
No,
version?
no, it's fine. It's fine. Just cross that tab, whichever is saying that it's paid and all that. Okay, there is a free part also. Where first thing, let's learn the editing, and then we can just go ahead about the paid version, free version, and all that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You all may leave if you don't have any doubts or if you're not struggling with downloading Filmora. Riddhi, do you have any doubt? Riddhi, Naisha.
No, mom, I don't have any specific doubt. Just have to confirm that I have downloaded the correct version of Filmora or not. That's why I'm staying back.
Okay, which version is it?
Mom, shall I present my screen?
You surely can present your screen. Okay, this is the Google Chrome. If you're Filmora, have you followed the guide, Riddhi?
Yes, ma'am.
So have you exported it? Like
Yes, ma'am,
after
I've installed it.
okay, listen to me. Go to your desktop in the search bar along with the window icon. Search for Filmora. You will be able to open the software from there. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Naman, do you have a doubt? Naman, if you don't have a doubt, you may leave. Riddhi, you may also leave. Naman.
So, अरे नमन गुप्ता कोऑर्डिनेट करवा रहा है यार.
ओहो,
सेशन तो ठीक हुआ, अच्छा था.
मैं थक गई हूँ बहुत.